Hello, marvelous Mustangs. This is your fearless counselor, Ashley, getting back with you. Welcome back from spring break. I hope you're excited for the big push to the big dance, the K Prep coming up. I've had a lot of requests for another tech tip. I'm glad you guys like these. It's actually made me feel pretty good. I just try to help with whatever I can. But I have had some requests from people saying that it would be nice if they could sit down and we could work together, or some kind of a PD to do some of the things I've sent out, which is hard to do with timing, especially as we draw closer to the K-Prep. But I thought, this can be a neat way we can do that. I'll just send out a video of me working through something. One thing I really see as an issue at our school that's really helped me out a lot is using Google Translate. If you're not familiar with Google Translate, it's very, very easy to use. The website, if you look up there, is just translate.google.com. You don't have to put that extra stuff in there. It'll go right to it. But it's an incredible program. At our school, we have well over 100 ESL students, and as you know, it kind of creates some problems not only communicating with them, but also communicating with their families or the community. And this is just an amazingly free and amazingly easy system you can use that's helped me tremendously in communicating with our parents. Now, don't get me wrong, there's no substitute for, getting with Pia or with Gloria to help them figure out, your Spanish or your Arabic and communicating with the parents. But sometimes that just can't happen. I mean, they're very busy too. They're very hardworking ladies, and they get involved with the working with students and the things that they have to do, and it's just not plausible for them to always get with us. And this has helped me out tremendously then. Very simple to use. This is what it looks like when you first log on. Again, all you need is a computer that has internet access. You can do this. So right from your tablet, from your desktops, whatever. But you come on here and you see up here where it says from English to Spanish. There's literally like dozens of languages. You can look up tons of languages, all right, from and to. And then you can just start typing. It's as easy as that. So like, let's say Mullins. You want to send out a message about the STEM fair. Please don't be upset if I get the dates wrong, but like, let's say we wanted to say, hello, parents. We will be having a STEM fair at school. It will be, I think it's Wednesday, I'm sorry, Mullins, maybe 10th? April 10th at 5 o'clock. There will be many free science, math, and technology activities. There will also be lots of free pizza. I mean, come on. All right, so guess what? I look over to the side. It literally says exactly what I need it to say. I can easily just highlight all this, press copy, pull up something like Word, just right click and paste it in. Voila, I have a message to parents in Spanish. Now, of course, I might want to make it a little bigger. Might want to add my name on there, our school phone number, whatever. And yes, if Pia, you're watching this, I'm sure you're like, oh, that's not exactly right. The usage is a problem. I know that, the translation is not always exact, but I will say this. Every time I've used it, the parents have understood exactly what I'm saying, and they've been very appreciative, even though it may not be perfect, of the fact of me trying to get in contact with them. And a lot of times, otherwise we would have no contact or be able to invite them to things or send home notes about classroom progress, whatever it is. And I just think it's a great tool to use. Some other ways I've used this is sometimes, especially our Spanish-speaking parents, I've noticed they know that we have Pia and Miss Waters, so they will send a note in every once in a while that's in Spanish. But I always can't get with them to have them, to translate it for me. So you can also switch it to where you translate from a language like Spanish to English. And then like one message I sometimes get is no puedo asistir a la reunión de educación especial mi hijo, and then lo siento. All right, now sometimes I look at that and I'm like, oh no, what does this even mean? But then I come in here, I type it in, and I see this side, I cannot attend the special education meeting for my son. Sorry. All right, so I know what it was said. It doesn't work every time, but it's usually pretty helpful with that. One thing I really like about this too is if you're like me and as a teacher or staff member, whatever your job is, use some of the same things. So like I can switch it back to English, and let's say this time I need to work in Arabic, and I say things like, please contact me. Now, here's the thing. I cannot read this, obviously, but I can copy it. I can paste it into a document. I can send it home. One thing that's kind of neat, if you log into Gmail or any type of Google, you can use what's called a phrase book. And I just hit the star. It puts it up here in my book. I go into there, and very common things that I use are always up here. If you wanted to be bold, all right, and feel kind of crazy, and you want to say something like this on the phone, you can also hit this speaker, and it will say it for you. All right, so I'll do that again. So if you're really feeling bold and you want to try to talk to the parent in their language, you could try that. I'm not usually that bold, but every once in a while I've thought about trying it in Spanish, at least to kind of make them feel comfortable, maybe like some welcoming statements or something like that. Now I will show you one other thing that it does. Let me see if I can get back to the beginning here. That I think is kind of useful too, is that it will translate a document. Now, before I go any farther with that, let me say you have to be very careful with what kind of document that you want. You can do a web page. That's where it popped up down there if you want to put the title there, or the website there. You choose a file. Now, if you get too crazy, and I know you all teachers, we love to make things pretty. So if it's all wild and funky and has lots of cool graphics and awesome fonts and formatting, it doesn't do real well with that. It really doesn't. But if you're careful and you pick something very simple, it's pretty good at translating that, especially if you use a Google Doc or even Microsoft Word, things like that. It can translate them pretty easily. So let's look for something I know is simple looking. There we go. Counseling backup plans. So I'm going to pick that. All right. I'm going to translate this to Spanish because that's what I use the most. I hit translate. Oh, wait. I'm having some internet problems at home, guys. Sorry. Let me see if I can get it going here. Refresh here. Uh-oh. Apologize. Uh-oh. And again, this is not the program's problem. This is my computer's problem. I'm having some internet trouble. There we go. Okay, so I did it again. All you literally have to do, there is no extra steps there, is hit translate. And it should pop up. Now, this is my actual file. Of course, it says translated version up here. It will not print that. But this is my counseling plans. And like Miss Campbell, I know that you've seen these. So it says Senora Campbell. Yeah, you're on there. And it literally will put this document into Spanish. And it does all the other languages too. So it's a really awesome program. If you want to see any more about it, just get with me and I'll show you. There's no substitution for Miss Pia or Miss Waters or Miss Gloria. But at the same time, it's just not always convenient for us to get with them, and they're very busy. So if you have messages you want to send home or things you want to look up or translate, it's very easy to use. I love this program. So again, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it works for you.